So let's start with the China question. If I can just kind of roll that back a bit, you know that from 2020, the situation in the border has been very disturbed, and that's had a negative, understandably, a very negative impact on the overall relationship. Now, since September 2020, we have actually been negotiating with the Chinese on how to find a solution. Now, there are different aspects of the solution. There is immediately the most pressing one is what you call disengagement, because the troops are very, very close up to each other, and the possibility of something happening, God forbid, is there. So that's the sort of the first set of issues. Then there is what is called de-escalation, which is because there's been a troop build-up on both sides. You know, they built it up, we responded. And then there is the larger issue of how do you manage the border and how do you negotiate the boundary settlement. Right now, everything that is going on is with respect to the first part, which is the disengagement part. At some places before, after 2020, we came to understandings of how the troops return to their bases. But there was one significant segment which was relating to patrolling, where there was blocking of patrolling. And that is what we have been trying to negotiate now for the last 2 years. So what happened on October 21st was that in those particular areas, Depsang and Demchok, we came to the understanding that there would be patrolling would be resumed on how it used to be before. The people are still writing about it, but I think people need to be patient. You will see it play out in the coming days. Now, this was important because it was then an affirmation that, okay, if we can actually do the disengagement, then it's possible for the leadership level to meet, which is what happened in Kazan during the BRICS. Where do we go? I think it's still a little bit early. We have to wait for things to obviously settle themselves. Because after 4 years of a very disturbed border, where peace and tranquility has really been shattered, it will take naturally time to sort of rebuild, a degree of trust and a sort of a willingness to work with each other. That's I think natural. So it's important. Look, if today we have reached where we have, there are 2 reasons for it. One, a very determined effort on our part to stand our ground and make our point. And, this would only happen because the military, was there in very, very, unimaginable conditions to defend the country. And the military did its part and diplomacy did its part. And the second is because actually in the last decade we have also improved our infrastructure. Because part of our problem is that we in the earlier years we have really neglected the border infrastructure. So when you put in more resources, because today we put in, I would say, almost 5 times annually the resources, maybe more than there used to be a decade ago. And that's showing results, and that enables the military actually to be effectively deployed. I think the combination of all of this has led to where it is. I would say, in all honesty, I would be patient. I would wait to see how this goes on. But When Prime Minister and President Xi met, at that time it was decided, okay, the foreign ministers will meet and the national security advisors will meet and see how this is to be taken forward. On the second question, Vasudhaiva